dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard,
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Oh, happy Monday morning, I guess, to the extent that you could have one of those. Welcome to the IRONWORX. We are streaming live on both YouTube and Rumble. It's just a ass-dragging kind of Monday. Walter was here. He stepped away. I'd be curious to see when he comes back. We have no Zack yet. He may be sleeping in. We do have a Duma.
Good morning.
Good morning, Duma. How the hell you doing?
I am great. How are you? The Padawan is here to the rescue. Filling in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where Zack is this morning.
Is he okay, though?
As far as I know, I've not heard anything. I got no reason to believe he's not.
We've got the Sith Lord Rico here as well.
I see that.
Sith Lord, what's that about? Sith Lord. That means you think of me as a black badass?
No, a white badass.
Hey, man, you came up on Tinfoil Sombrero last night.
Nice.
Zack brought you up. Yeah.
Everybody loved
Well, I
Duma.
was talking about how we had you guys, all four of you on twice about having no spear and how I wanted to get the three of you on. And I guess now you got to come on too, however you say your name, Cthulhu. But talking about how Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is like the gang's therapy session. Zack brought you up, and I just thought that was cool. Like, you're the highlight of the show. So stop sleeping in.
Yeah. Stop sleeping in, Uncle Duma.
Yeah, sure. I'll try very hard not to be up at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Lord knows I wouldn't be.
So let me guess. We don't have structure today. Shooting from the hip.
Every day.
All day.
How you guys doing, man?
You know, I'm all right.
I've got something for you guys.
Sweet.
My uncle's getting married again, taking on a fourth wife. Gonna go for some traditional things on the weekend. Should be fun.
Well, that's a thing. It's a real glutton for punishment, if you ask me, but whatever.
I don't know. He makes it look easy, eh?
Is Is it ever easy?
Didn't say it was. Didn't say it was, but it definitely makes it look easy.
A lot of us are gluttons for punishment in this crowd, I've noticed. Almost one dipshit's been married for 17 years.
Yeah, that'll do it.
17. You forgot to add 17. Happy. Yes.
Shit. There was like 2 days in there somewhere, I think. from what he told me. But he started getting revenge in the stupidest ways. Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna go buy some shots. So random. That really happened.
So what are we doing?
She overhears me going, you don't have any more expensive socks than that? Come on, guys. I'm done, sorry.
What is it like? How's the unemployment rate there? I'm sure it's different in each state, but nationally, what is it?
Oh, nationally, shit. I would guess probably around 9 or so. Do you know?
Oh, I don't have any clue. No. Zero.
You know, I called you Corey for like the first year I knew you until Walt finally was like, you're calling on about his last name, right? And I'm like, that's not a fucking last name. What's he, fucking Ricky Bobby over here?
Yeah, and my middle name's Ryan. I've got 3 first names, so really I go by any of them. I mean, the letters are JRC. Hell, it just spells out jerk. So it turns out I answered a jerk too.
Nice. Mine spells out Rack. R-A-K. I've had so many nicknames throughout the years, dude. I've been Rick, Little Rick, Richie, Richard, Dick, Dickie, Chi, Rico.
Oi, Rico, and Josh, you scatterbrains. Focus. We're talking about unemployment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good job.
Unemployment is
wow.
a
How
thing.
did we get there? I would say probably 8 or 9% now.
So just in general, if somebody's looking for work, you should be able to find it like at the local supermarket or something. Packing.
Oh yeah. There's no good excuse for it. There's people milking the system. I know one of them. One of his nicknames was Rack.
R-A-K? Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually, I'm on.
And has the minimum wage thing gone up? Didn't you people want $20 an hour?
Yeah, you know what people say? You say that like it's a bad thing, but if you actually put it on a sliding scale with inflation, it's crazy still. Like even if they put us at $20 an hour, it's still like a third if you do the sliding scale with inflation. Have either one of you ever seen that broken down?
Even the low-paying jobs, $20. Even the low-skilled jobs, $20.
Yeah, but the high-paying jobs would go up at the same rate to keep up with inflation. A lot of people I explain this to, you're like, oh, you just want more money and you don't want to go to college. I'm like, no, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm not talking about how much you make. I'm talking about keeping up with the rate of inflation since like the 30s and 40s. It's crazy. I'll find a video on it. One of you guys, you'll see what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say poor, lazy people deserve more money. Everyone deserves the equal amount of increase as far as value per dollar goes.
So now, if I own a restaurant, I have to pay somebody $20 an hour to pick up trays and take somebody's order.
Yep.
Yes, you do. But your overhead, everything slides up on the scale too, except for the inflation part. It's really hard to explain, and I didn't even take an economics class. Yes, I did in high school, but I wouldn't say I'm proficient in it. So it's harder to explain than just, oh, wow, you want minimum wage to double. It's not that simple. Please, someone in chat, tell me you know what I'm trying to explain here without explaining it well. The thing I don't have my own podcast where I have to explain shit.
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Do you really? Okay, thank you. Because it's a lot of people, they hear that, they take it the wrong way. They just give me without any extra effort. It's not about that at all. I mean, okay, here's how bad it's been lately. Whenever I was making really good money playing drums, I was on 2nd Avenue in Nashville behind the Hard Rock. My rent there in the really cool loft upstairs, like the whole front window, you see like a really the hustle and bustle of Nashville. It was $1,400, and there's a parking garage on 3rd with another $400 a month just to park, and people would look at me like I was rich. And now a cheap place like where we are is just under $1,400, and this is nothing compared to that. And that was 2001. So, I mean, the rate of exchange has moved just as slowly, is what I'm trying to say. Someone smarter than me jump on and explain what I'm saying. It's weird. It's harder to explain than what I'm actually seeing. I can see the sliding scale, but can't put it into words. And again, I'm not really focused. I'm doing laundry again. Hey, Walt, whenever I invited Zack on, because, you know, Nathan double booked and he was at a meetup the whole time, and you just, you know, you couldn't come on, but you sent that photo. I posted it after you sent it.
Dang.
I'll put you up on the big screen.
Dang.
It's like, Walt sends a photo.
Yeah.
Good photo of you.
In the car real quick. Wasn't even smiling, I don't think. It was a
No, it was a really good photo.
Then we stayed over there too late. We shouldn't have went so late. We were planning on going early in the afternoon, but she was trying to get the house cleaned up, wanted to get something cooking, and da-da-da-da-da. So we didn't go over there till probably about 30 or 40 minutes before y'all show was starting. In fact, I was almost like, well, shit, I'll hop on the way, but it was too much going on in the car and road noise and everything else.
Zach pretty much committed all three of you to do a IRONWORX version of what you guys have already done.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I could tell Lowry and Nico were all about it. So like, what do you mean, like a 3-day-a-week therapy session? I'm like, just that. Like, so much so that co-workers at Nissan used to go, you overslept and didn't listen to it this morning. I can tell you're moodier.
Just trying to wake up.
But then again, I need to stop pointing people. I need to stop pointing people towards your direction, because they'll understand where I ripped my format off from.
Right, the best form of flattery.
Yeah, speaking of flattery, wasn't your hair quite a bit longer when I first met you, or am I making that up in my head?
Wait, was what?
Wasn't your hair quite a bit longer when I first met you, like 4 years ago or whatever?
Most likely it was. It's always been long for the most part. But yeah, I've kind of been going shorter and shorter every summer just because, like, it's hot. Especially when we were riding around with no AC for a year or a summer or whatever. It was miserable with hair blowing in your face and your mouth and your eyes, sweating. So the last few times I kept going, okay, go a little bit shorter this time. And she kept going a little bit shorter.
Dude, I don't think I've ever looked the same 2 years back to back in my life. I've always loved waiting till right after you do the 8x10s for the new record, putting those out for interviews and whatnot, and then hopping up on the band to go on tour, and you show up, no one knows who the fuck you are. I don't know why I always got off on that.
I've done things over the years, like, you know, I've shaved the sides, I've shaved it almost to a mohawk, I've done things with, like, not dying, but what is it when you kind of lighten it a little bit? I don't remember. I saw some girl do that to me. Yeah, there you go.
Highlights?
Yeah, that's when I was dealing blackjack at the casino.
Frosted tips. I can see Walter with some frosted tips.
Well, Andrew's got me doing like a hot pink with my hair, but since I got it so platinum right now, I'm gonna leave a couple of the longest strips, like little bitty strips, completely platinum in there. It's gonna look so bad. I'm gonna look definitely like I'm really into Kamala. And then I've got gender fluid all over me.
Ew. Gets crusty after a while.
Keep forgetting I gotta do that hair dye thing.
Shout out to all you wonderful people there in chat.
Okay.
Happy Monday. Good to see you all there. That's all I got. Oh, I think Benny decided on a bond mate. I think it's
cool,
beneficial.
Beneficial.
It is now official. What I meant to say. B-double-E-N, Ben, but the past tense of B. So a while back, well, a while back, there was a bunny we took in for just a moment. She was not eating and losing weight. So we took her in because we could keep an eye on her, make sure she was at least eating a little bit. Dixie found if you wet the pellets down, she would take some pellets if they were soft and wet. But we took her in until we could get her into the vet. Then she went to the vet and then just kind of been floating around doing bunny stuffs there at the bunny house. Her name was Current, like the spice.
Why didn't you? Oh, okay.
Well, we had 6 rabbits. We had 3 pairs of rabbits at the time, and there could probably be an argument made that we don't necessarily have room for 6 rabbits and 3 people and 2 dogs. So the idea of having
3 people?
Me, my son, and my wife.
I don't know.
That's who lives here in this house. The 3 of us, plus the 6 rabbits, plus the 2 dogs. And it gets a little cramped sometimes. So the idea of taking on a 7th rabbit, which would have needed its own enclosure and not with one of the other pairs, just wasn't feasible, didn't make any sense. We were just there to an interim place to stay until she got into the vet. But of course, she was here for like 2 days. And of course, that's enough for everybody here to fall in love with her, for her to relax, run the house, order the dogs around, and just fall right in line. But she wasn't ours. We were just doing what we could for the rabbit. And that was maybe 6 or 8 months ago, seems like. Shit, I don't really know. I'm just guessing.
Oh, you're so hospitable. And I heard a rumor that you've got a Rico moving in and taking residence on your front porch pretty soon, too.
Well, there you go. Absolutely. You're more than welcome.
Ricos, man.
I got a nice big old air mattress now, thanks to Walt, that I can just throw right out there for you.
Yeah, indeed.
If you need a Rico exterminator, I'm here.
No, laughing because Nico was trying to imagine, like, whenever they went to feed me, they would blow a Rico call, and she was trying to think of what that would sound like. She's stupid. Oh, I'm not even going to try to imitate the noise she made. Why would I make that? Why would I go to that?
I thought you just blow a big horn up in the Swiss Alps and just say Rico call.
Well, you know my last name's Kohler, right? So my sister, every time she hears that commercial, she thinks she hears, because when I was a kid, I'm called Rick after my dad. my real dad, my first mini.
That's pretty good.
Rick Kohler. So it sounds like Ricola.
Like somebody from the Northeast calling your name? Somebody from Massachusetts? Rick Kohler?
With a sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
Or a formerly sore throat. I'm my biggest fan. No one else laughed.
We didn't want to get in your way. We know you're your biggest fan.
No, seriously, people that think I'm funny, what they're laughing at is me laughing at how funny I think I am. So I'm not that funny. I just amuse myself.
It's like a laugh track. Just so when other people know when you're being funny.
Mallory's good friend Dave, he was making some kind of joke that ended in deja vu. And I was like, wow, from now on, every time I go to the bathroom, I'm going to walk in there and think to myself, seems like I've been here before. Never mind. See, told you, I'm not funny. Seems so familiar. There you go, Walt. Oh, cool. Is Zack out warming up his ambulance?
I haven't a clue where Zack might be.
We just figured you kept him up too late.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured. Oh, he had that show.
He did good. And he brought out the Rubens tube, and it was flashing for like us talking into the mics and stuff.
That's cool.
I can't believe I could have been the proud owner. I really thought he was kidding when he went to give me that, or I would have said yes.
You just tried to lay some pipe. I don't know why you're being so resistant.
Yeah, I'm normally not, man. I mean, yeah. I'm kidding. I hate pipe.
Hey, I've reached spring on my side. What's something good to plant right now besides weed?
Springtime, fuck, everything's good to plant.
Something low maintenance.
Seems like kind of late in the year.
Springtime? Springtime's the perfect time.
30 minutes ago, it was way too cold outside. I had to put on my little biking tights under my pants.
Where we are, it might be a little late in the year. But if you don't live here, you live somewhere else.
The humidity on my side is starting to hit. It's going to reach its peak in January again. I see everything starting to grow, even the weeds. So I think it's time to redo my garden. But I want things that are low maintenance because I'm not always at home. Sometimes I have to travel. I'm gone for 4 or 5 days.
Oh, yeah? Music stuff?
Music stuff, work stuff.
Music stuff? Oh, right on. Have you been to America?
No.
America.
I've been to Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, England, France, and Sweden, but not anywhere in America, north or south.
Well, I heard tell that it's going to be great again soon.
Once we expand those northern territories, start pulling in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, all those other good northern territories, we just need to pull into the U.S. They've been ignored long enough.
And Greenland, too. Am I right about that?
Show them a little love. Yeah, you know what? We get those northern provinces, probably won't even need green.
What do you guys think of when you think of Greenland? Just curious if we're on the same page with this.
Ice.
Or maybe she's from Iceland. Never mind. I got that backwards. I was going to say Bjork, but she might be from Iceland.
Iceland makes me think green.
Well, didn't in school they say that they switched the names on them to get navigators lost? So they wouldn't go to the nice green one. They would, like, Iceland was green and Greenland was ice or something like that. You remember hearing that in school?
I don't remember hearing that in
That they
school
reversed it.
because I'm not sure that's how navigation works.
I know I heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's true, but it was to mess up settlers in some way to call the Greenland ice and the Iceland green.
I think the only did was...
I did a lot of drugs in the 60s. I don't know if that's true or not.
So I don't think it probably messed up a whole lot of people, except for kids in school learning the idea that Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Huh. Well, I definitely bought it in geography.
Speaking of differentness in different areas of our little world, Nuka, you enjoyed the blood moon I see here in chat?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Somebody was saying there was an eclipse. I didn't see any eclipse. I just saw the blood moon.
I think that's what causes the blood, is the
That's where
eclipse
the blood
through the
moon happens.
penumbra, as I recall.
Yeah. All the world's dust is thrown into the air at once so that when the sun shines its amazing rays around our ball, like that does, like things do, how light goes around and goes and curves around. And then there's the dust in the air all over the earth at the same time. So it makes all the red thing happen all evenly across the moon at the same time, like it would. That's where the blood moon comes from.
You sounded like Plato trying to explain that to someone.
Sounded like an ass is what I sound
Walter,
like.
what you just said, right? In my language, we have something, you say, "Tosia which means that the fairy tale is finished.
Wait, what is that? I need to learn that one. What is it?
Yeah, say it again.
Close capella.
Close.
Can you type it in chat? Will you type it
I
in
gotta
chat
use.
so I can
I gotta use a click. I don't have a click in me, man.
It's what our grandmothers used to do when they tell us stories, and then at the end they go, the fairy tale is finished.
We've kind of got something like that down here in South Louisiana that was said a long time when I was growing up here.
That's all, folks.
La de Made Pri. And what that means is now the shit's gonna start.
Right. Mine sounded less like words, more like a jail cell slamming shut at the end of my music career. That made sense in my mind. Hey, Melissa.
Mine was just full of echo and reverb as I drove everybody in my life away.
Where did everyone go?
We're still here. Where are you at?
Yeah, where'd you go?
I'm busy.
Have
looking
any of you
at,
guys heard that?
gym
Have you guys ever heard that Jimmy Eat World song called "Drugs or Me"? Drugs or Me.
I don't think so.
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, really good song. But either way, it's got this weird squealing and feedback, and it's a ballad about falling in love with a junkie. And one of my favorite Henry Rollins quotes is, "The most heartbreaking thing about falling in love with a junkie is always knowing you'll be number two." But the song is about falling in love with a junkie, and there's this weird, like, eerie feedback. I mean, for a ballad anyway, it's really haunting. And when I was in that hardcore band, the Play for Purging, we would see who could come up with the most emo things to say, because that's when emo was hitting, or screamo or whatever. And we were listening to Drugs or Me, and I remember going, wow, that sounds like a train wreck in slow motion in the background. Kind of like my life. it was met with a chorus of oh. Guess it has to have been there. I like to imagine people in chat are laughing to themselves. Don't break the illusion. I need it. I need this.
I want to go back to the gym. I'm looking at gym memberships. I've been going, but I'm not an official member yet, so now I have to go sign a contract.
That's good. That'll keep you from hanging around creepily out front.
I realized that either the gym when I played soccer at church, and it was the older guys versus the young guys. I didn't know which I was supposed to join. And they said, no, you're going with all the old farts. I said, oh, okay. And we got outplayed so badly. And I got home, I was fine. I thought everything was okay. And I woke up in the morning and I felt like a car hit me. So I'm dead unfit now. But I better go back to gym.
Just curious, what can you max out bench pressing at the gym?
Bench press?
Yeah.
Last time I did bench press.
A lot of people were blown away at what I could do, but I couldn't do a rep of them.
I don't know about pounds. I have it in kilograms. I can do 103, 104 kilograms.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You got that, Rico?
Yeah. I snorted almost that much in one night.
I'll find out for you what it is in pounds.
I wonder if when Miles Davis was in tour in Canada, they called him Kilometers Davis.
Didn't.
Wow.
Okay, Rico. It is 227 pounds.
Oh, yeah, okay, so it is quite a bit. I maxed out 350. Well, I think the reason why they were blown away is because I didn't work out at the time.
That is impressive.
My pre-show ritual used to be I would set up a double kick pedal against a practice pad and do 30-second notes with my feet while I was doing curls with my arms. And then I would switch that and start doing leg lifts with my legs and then do rudiments on a drum pad with my arms. I would do the same thing in reverse. And I would do that for an hour, and I would give off the impression like I was Mr. Happy-go-lucky party guy, but no one knew that I was working out for an hour. That way it never came out cold,
So did
like
you stop, or do you still work out?
Oh, no. I do a lot of cardio, I guess, because of skateboarding and bicycling. But no, I don't. I mean, I wasn't really working out then. That was just the way I got my body. Like a lot of, you can tell a drummer is not professional whenever they sound good, like on their third song. They were too cold on their first two. I like to come out like playing through the drums. People going, "Oh shit, that's why he's headlining." I get it. There he is. Had a little bit of ego problem.
You must have been popular with the ladies then.
Oh yeah. I didn't do bad, considering how high school was hit or miss. I definitely took
Aren't
a little
you
bit
old?
of advantage.
How come you don't have AIDS then?
Well, I'm sure I have several exotic diseases.
Exotic.
I don't know. Right. I have no idea, man. Because I definitely wasn't careful.
So how many kids you got? How many illegitimate kids you got?
I didn't have my first kid till I was done touring.
You mean as far as
I have no idea.
That you know about.
I doubt any. Well, I was starting to wonder if I could even have a kid because of as good as I was at drumming. I was terrible at being a skateboarder, so I was starting to think I couldn't have kids because I wrecked myself so many times.
Maybe you were just good at pulling out, man.
It was kind of the highlight of my night. So sorry, earmuffs, post earmuffs.
Wait, pull out? I mean, eventually,
Fucking
sure.
was
fucking
one?
porn.
Just don't pull out in winter. Too cold.
I mean, I just didn't like the Safeway. I'd rather hang out with myself in the shower than put one of those things on. I said that out loud, didn't I? Oh, good morning, guys. For a drummer, I got some shitty timing. Holy crap.
Walter, when are you getting
Hi.
back to the gym? You're starting to look like
Dude, fuck off. I go to the
The
gym almost
baller's
every
model.
day.
You starting to look like what?
You're starting to look like the baller's model. It's looking like a sphere. An oblate steroid.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little pear-shaped. Yeah, what's the big problem with that? Pear-shaped is cool.
No, you're not.
Don't worry, Walter. At least you don't have movies like me, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm a C cup. What are you talking about?
I would have made a sexy chick.
For all the trans things.
I've gotten back into almost going every day again now that I've kind of balanced my medication and, just knowing when not to go kind of thing. When the disease
the last
says, yeah,
time
don't
you
do it.
must have gone. The last time you must have gone, Jesus was still around. You're
At
such
least.
an old pot. So
At least.
what is it like now? You're seeing all the girls in the tight clothes and all of that. shit.
All that wood equipment's gone. A lot of rocks left back then. But yeah, it's different now.
Dude, he's not that old, man. Come on.
I'm
He
the
can
youngest
barely
here,
remember
so to
Prohibition.
me, you're all old.
Shit, you talked over my punchline. I hate that. It's never going to be as good the first, second time around either. You're lost. Walt, did you hear me? Because I kind of killed me on the inside to not say it again. I was like, he's not that old. He barely remembers Prohibition.
I didn't hear it.
Hello,
See,
Mr.
that's why
Baker.
stand-up is so hard. Because you have to, with stand-up, you have to write the joke and you have to deliver it like it's the first time you've ever said it. Harder than you could ever imagine. I only tried it twice, but it like
Only
open
a
mic
fool
nights,
would
but,
think stand-up is easy.
well, I've been accused of being a fool before.
There you go then. Just getting up on stage and coming up with jokes for a bunch of strangers and carrying on for about 30 minutes. That's insane. That takes a lot.
It did take a lot, but I'll tell you what made it not so bad is it was like open mic nights, so you got like spoken word dudes and like acoustic guitars and singer-songwriter types that are hoping you'll be nice and receptive to them, so you get kind of that kind of like good vibe thing because they're hoping they'll get it back. You know what I mean?
Or you could have just
I did
hired
it twice.
You could have just hired 3 or 4 escorts to sit in the front and cheer. Then everybody will cheer because the pretty girls are cheering.
My jokes are awful. They're all self-deprecating jokes. Can't think of any of them.
Stage fright.
Oh yeah, I was about 3 minutes into taking a shit the other day, and I thought to myself, "Did I just miss my exit?"
That's funny. Hello, Andrew Baker. Why are you quiet, dude?
Oh, what's up there, dude?
He's lurking.
Because I just joined in. No, if I was lurking, I wouldn't join in.
That's true.
But either way,
I just
hope
talked to him
everyone is
about
doing.
an hour ago.
I'm sorry if I disturbed your porn watching little episode there
No, I don't do that.
anymore.
No, I just produce
Hey,
it. now.
Andrew, I wonder if you know me well enough to know where I was when you talked to me earlier. Think about it before you spit out an answer. It's where I always am when I end up talking to you.
You were at the Bunny Ranch in Las Vegas. You didn't tell your wife or family.
Boom! Nailed it. Dude, my wife, this is to you guys at the IRONWORX guys. My wife's got to look at my Cash App card where he puts money on it for random things and StringYard and whatnot. He's like, yeah, so you spent $45 at Pornhub? and you ball out. And I'm like, no, it's Andrew. I swear to God. He's like, he never puts what it's really.
I own Pornhub, but I'm getting highly underpaid.
So are you watching me do that or not?
No. I was only joining in for a tiny little bit because I drank 4 bottles of NyQuil. And I'm just going to go to bed in the thing, and I'm kidding. By the way, that would kill someone. But anyway, Nuku, we need to have you on our stream one day, man.
Dude, I was saying that earlier. I was talking about having him on as like the 4th IRONWORX because we were talking about IRONWORX and Zack brought up
on one condition. On one condition, Andrew.
All right.
Rico doesn't tell jokes.
That's going to be really difficult.
Dude, I've been told no more than 2 jokes last night.
I tried to stay prepared for backup in regards to when there's dead silence. And here's the question that I asked to Nathan Thompson. And this is a multifaceted, multi-answerable question. If you found out that the Earth was indeed a sphere, would you then start to believe in the moon landings, or vice versa? Found out that moon landings are real, now you believe a sphere, or neither one of them?
Yeah, Jared. Oh man. Sorry. Well, his answer was no, and mine is too.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Mine is yes.
Which one?
Well, everything. If I'm at that point, I'm going to believe fucking anything. So all's fair game.
But didn't you? Jaron went like straight up Katy Perry in space, right? Or was that a?
Oh yeah,
was that true?
He went full retard.
You never go full Katy Perry in space.
Yeah, well, he made fun of a lot of people. Either way.
You're laughing at him. Hey, speaking of Nathan Thompson, he said I'm the funniest guy in flat Earth, so you guys can kiss my ass. That's who you are.
I will find out.
You weren't kidding either. Hey, I didn't come here, and I'm not leaving until I do.
Nuku, what time is it for you right now?
Woo!
Pardon?
What time is it for you in South Africa right now?
11:43.
All right, Rico, we gotta schedule that one a little differently.
We can pre-record it.
I was up.
Okay, well, yeah, this is not.
I'm usually up at the time you guys are on. I do sometimes listen to the show. I'm up. Doesn't really matter.
But are you awake?
Wow,
2 laughs.
Did anyone see? Did anyone see the lunar eclipse that happened last night?
Luca got a taste of it.
This year.
I watched it on space.com, and it looks absolutely ridiculous to the point where was it with a camera? Like, what was that?
Right. I can still remember 2015's blood moon here and how it was like, well, this ain't a fucking eclipse happening. This is some kind of like frequency shift or something happening to the moon, because it definitely doesn't have anything in front of it. I've been watching it steadily with binoculars. I had a stream going live with my fucking camera on it. I mean, at no point did an object move in front of the moon, ever.
Yeah, same here. Everyone keeps saying
red.
there was an eclipse. I didn't see any eclipse. I just saw the blood moon. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, serious question. What was that event that happened where, like, 80% of the quote-unquote globe was eclipsed or something crazy like that a few years back?
Population. They were finagling facts. There's over only like populated areas and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
99% of the world's population was going to be in sunlight at once, or some shit like that.
Yeah. Daddy's got you. I'm waiting for Andrew to start snoring.
So real quick, let me address something in chat. Allie, what's up? Look, here's the deal. I literally had a possum that was my pet. Literally, I am that country. No, a buddy of mine brought it to me as it was like an inch or two long. His mom had gotten hit in front of his house, and it was the last one still alive. So he brought it to me because he knew I was a sucker for animals. This was like 40 years ago, probably. Literally. And because I was in my early 20s when it happened. And so I raised him, fed him. He was like in my pocket, my top shirt pocket. Back in the day, I would take him everywhere. He was my little rat. That's what I named him, Rat. And so, you know, as long as you're not attacking him, he won't attack you. He won't like come eat on you. He won't come like chew your nose off or anything like that. Unless he's really hungry. No, I'm kidding. Just feed him something and go to sleep. You'll be fine. He'll be all right. Put him some water down. He won't hurt you.
I was about to say, because me and a friend cornered one got in his house, and we cornered it, and that thing made like the scariest hissing noise I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. If they're more grown and mature, they'll definitely hiss like a cat and all that crazy noise and shit. They definitely will. But she said this was a small one, if I remember reading correctly.
I guess it. Is it possum or opossum?
It depends on how you spell it.
Oh, actually, that wasn't a joke.
Yeah, I think opossum's got an O at the beginning.
Yeah. So if the lady who owns that house, I'm just kind of back scrolling trying to see how all this happened. If the lady who owns the house has been feeding them, then they definitely are less feral and more domesticated. And they probably aren't going to come at you hissing and pissing. So again, I'm not an animal expert. I'm just inundated with fucking animals to the point that literally 2 days ago when I went out to take the trash out after I'd fed the cats, everybody had eaten, I thought, you know, everybody's cool. I went out and it was like, well, who's this new cat in Millie's bowl outside? And when I opened the door, the new cat turned around and looked at me and it was wearing a fucking mask. And I'm like, oh, you're a fucking coon. Cool. So now there's a raccoon out there enjoying the food. So yeah, we have and this was after having a possum on the porch for about a year that lived out there with the other cat.
That has multiple connotations to you. Wow. You know that,
wow.
right?
You see, only in your head, only in your racially profile.
Whoa, no.
I'm being silly.
Racism's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm only going to be on
whenever you said I'm not an animal guy, well, I'm still going to talk over you. You said you're not an animal guy. Have you seen that movie, Strange Wilderness? I'll be quick, Andrew. Have you seen Strange Wilderness, guys?
Oh, yeah. Great white sharks.
He's doing
the assholes of the sea.
Animal Planet stuff. Yeah. My favorite part's
I love that movie.
He's got footage of 2 giraffes. He's like, and also, you can hang your jeans from their necks when they fight to give them that distressed look.
Yeah, they're looking for big, but it's worthwhile. It's worth watching. But
I'll just
as of today,
like that.
Here, I have 2 trivia questions for you, only because I never looked this up before, but I'm just looking on Britannica. 2 trivia questions. These are not on my official questions. So, which president resigned from office in 1974?
What happened? What? Say it again. Ford is 74. That's what you're asking.
Wouldn't it be the guy
Ford
from
Quick?
What was your question?
Keanu Reeves,
I quite hear it.
Okay.
No,
so which president resigned from the U.S. presidency on August 8th, 1974?
Oh, well, Nixon, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I will not tell a lie. And here's another interesting one. after this.
By the way, they were all wearing Nixon masks in that movie. That's why I said that.
So in
No,
1966,
actually, one of them had on a Reagan mask. That's where the dude from President got his vibe, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, no, that's a great one, Point Break. And also other movies as well, using president masks.
Yeah, after you're done, I'm going to bring that back up for a good reason. Go for it, Andrew.
Yeah, no problem. I have to go to bed.
Yeah,
I actually work.
What the fuck is that?
Today's an off.
I have to address that.
I know. Why the fuck am I working? Okay, so the first episode of the sci-fi series Star Trek aired on American television in which year? Fuck, I think I already told you guys again.
72? 3?
No.
So are we talking about the actual series or the pilot for the series?
Well, it says the first episode of the sci-fi series blank aired on American television. That's all I have. Of
78?
Britannica.com.
Okay, well, there was one that there was one that was like made in the mid '60s that had a different actor playing. Like, well, he wasn't playing Kirk; he was playing his other dude. What's his name? Pike? Is that right?
I don't think he actually wants. He doesn't want the "Hey, I actually speak Klingon" version of this.
And then his wife, Roddenberry's wife, was actually on the episode as well. What was her name? Something. And then Nimoy was on there, but his Spock was like emotional and like would smile and stuff. So it was a whole different thing, the pilot.
Wow.
And that would have been, like I said, mid '60s. I remember that. I can't tell you the actual date.
Did you say Spock?
Wow.
Yeah, Spock is on the
Star
first
Trek.
episode. Yeah.
But what year?
I'm guessing mid '60s, 67, 66, 60 something like that is my guess. Because I'm
you're close enough. It's 66.
Ah, there you go.
I
knew it was like
a little before your
towards
time.
the years I was born in '67, so I knew it was already out there when I got here. We didn't watch it.
So did they do
70s
pilots differently back then, or did it just not get picked up right away for some strange reason?
It was actually never aired until like and man, I'm gonna have to look up the details. It's been too long ago that I can't remember how this all worked. Give me a half a second here. Okay, so after
next question.
the season started, season 1 was first released in September 8th of '66. This pilot episode called "The Cage" completed between November '64 and January '65. Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Christopher Pike, Majel Barrett, there was his wife, as number 1, and then Nimoy as Spock. The pilot was rejected by NBC as being too cerebral. So that's when Hunter withdrew from the role of Pike, and Roddenberry made a second pilot episode, which was the one everybody knows as the pilot, "For No Man Has Gone Before." And that had...
that's just a polite way of saying America's not smart enough to follow this shit.
Yeah, it was, exactly. But yeah, that original pilot never actually got shown until, like, I'm pretty sure home video. That's probably in here somewhere too. Hang on.
Hey, Andrew, do you have
The
more?
Cage never aired during Star Trek's original run. It was presented by Roddenberry at conventions over the years in a black and white work print, but it was never released on home video until 1986. That's crazy. It was that long later. So yeah, that's when it finally got shown. Anyway, get me off the Star Trek shit. I'm a geek on this.
No problem.
Yeah, you're making your audience
being a geek is
the entire box if I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you had to be there.
I'm just reading this off of Britannica.com. These are not my trivia questions, but I'm rephrasing them a little bit. Anyways, the psychological thriller Blink directed by Hitchcock, and based on real type, just worded so bad, on the real life serial killer Ed Gein, was raised in America. What year did it happen?
You've got to read this question again or something, because I've lost.
Yeah, I know. It's worded so poorly. The psychological thriller Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and based upon the real life serial killer Ed Gein, was released in American theaters. It became a classic, especially known for the scene in which Janet Leigh's character is murdered in the shower. What year was that? Psycho.
What year was Psycho made? Or what year did Ed Gein kill his mother and dig her body back up and start wearing her face as his?
No, I'm not going into stuff. I'm not.
Well, what are you asking
Buffalo
for?
Bill.
The year of when the Tale of Two Cities was written? Like, what year? What are you asking for?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know. I'm fucking high right now. I haven't smoked in like 3
Is
days.
it a jackal? It's a jackal. Is it a jackal?
It's a jackal.
Did you guys see that Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy is going to be doing the next Monster series, and he's going to be playing Ed Gein, the blonde from. It looks like it's going to be really good.
So,
did you guys watch the first few? The first one?
No.
I missed it. I'm missing.
Oh, they're way better than his American Horror Story stuff. The first one was on Dahmer. The second one was on the Menden. I can't say they're the last names.
No,
the brothers that killed the parents.
I don't usually watch stuff like that. Like, there's enough fucked up shit that I deal with mentally and emotionally in life as it is. I don't need to add somebody else's fucked up reality to it. And watching shit about shit that really happened has never been my thing. Ever.
My wife won't watch it either for the same reason. The same exact reason I can't get her to watch them. I'm like, these are so well done. The trailer for the Ed Gein was like...
We watched the first season, maybe the second season of Horror Story too, me and Shell did. And when they started, like, I think it was the one with the like circus people, and the clown first started showing up and they was breaking his fingers, and I was like, this is just torture porn. This is not entertainment. I'm good. And we quit watching it.
That got bad quickly, but everything he did after that, like the true stuff, like the series I just listed, are so freaking good. Why can't I say Mendendez? I've never been able to say their last name.
Wow, you didn't say it. Mendendez. Now you got me doing it. Menendez.
There you go. There it is.
Tongue towards the left of your mouth. All right. Last question I have for you guys.
Hold up. What happened? What are you guys doing?
He knows it all.
I'm bored.
Not special.
My girlfriend just left.
All right, last question. So he called me.
In which? All right. So Joan of Arc. On this day in blah blah blah, whatever year it is, Joan of Arc, a French farmer's daughter who believed she was acting under divine guidance, attempted to oust the Duke of Burgundy and take Paris for newly crowned King Charles VII. What century was that in? That's a huge range.
The 1400s.
The 15th century.
That would be correct.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Not wrong?
Yes.
My wife's really into that kind of thing. The reason why I would know. She watches
wait. Yes.
Well, he asked if he was wrong, and the answer is yes. You were completely wrong. Yes, thank you, Zach. I think I heard you get that.
What's up, Zach? I was just talking about you and how now we're going to get Cthulhu to be the fourth member of... I can't say his name, so I keep changing it every time I say it.
Dude, you are Nuka Cthulhu from the end of times now. Nuka Cthulhu.
Cthulhu Duma.
That is what's up.
Follow the new guy.
Bullshit.
All right. So, anyways, one of the reasons I was.
We never even determined why it was that Rico was wrong. Like, I think Rico got the year right, but
he was wrong.
I said he was wrong because he's wrong.
Wow,
he's completely wrong. Did you ask? Did you ask what year Joan of Arc died was burned at the stake? Was that the question? What year?
No, which century?
So if it's in the 1400s, what century is that?
The 15th.
Well,
there you go.
That's the debatable one. I thought that was going to bring up a bunch.
I don't think that's debatable.
If you back that
How could that be debatable?
If you back that up, I said I changed it whenever I said and named the century. I changed it to the actual year, so I was even more wrong. What I'm trying to say. What's 1,000 years?
Yeah, if it's in the 1400s, that makes it the 15th century. Answer is 15.
Man, your trivia tonight was all over the place, homie.
My trivia? I didn't have any trivia.
Tonight, just now. Is what he means.
Oh. But either way, what we're going to be doing on Sunday night is going to be doing music trivia. And then Rico and Witsit are going to have to be the judges because I'm going to require that they actually pull out their guitars from and Lowry. And I'm going to make them play certain. No, not for every answer. No, that would be super difficult.
Well, actually, all three of us are kind of judges. Me and Andrew are going to take turns reading the trivia questions. And it'll be Crumb and Emily versus Nico. Notice I'm leaving out the Lowry on that part. You've watched the show.
Yeah, Crumb. Yeah, the girlfriends are involved. It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be in benefit to Witsit, who is going through a very difficult time right now. You know, moving and his heart is broke down. He's in a bad spot. So I'm trying to do what I can. And I hope everyone else can as well. But we'll do a preface to that before it starts. For the time being, I'm going to drink 3 more bottles, maybe 4 more bottles of NyQuil. I'm kidding.
Isn't they called like robo-flipping?
I think
that's Robitussin. It's Robitussin.
Love you, Andrew. Call me later.
Yeah, I'll be working. I'm going to have to go to bed.
Actually, call Shannon.
My work schedule
Don't call me. Call Shannon.
I can't right now.
No, I said later. I said good night.
Oh, yeah.
Wake up. Call Shannon.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll be listening in the background until I fall asleep in my chair.
All right.
And then make my way to my bed. So.
Kumar, are you there?
Cheers, gentlemen.
Between silver shoes and gray shoes.
Later, Andrew.
Morning.
Thanks, man.
Take care, Andrew.
Later,
Thanks for hanging, brother.
Toodles.
Yeah, man. Have a good rest. Okay, my Point Break aside is very, very, very brief because I realized that just got here and this isn't my show. But have you guys seen the documentary about that bank robber that was so inspired by Point Break? And here's why you would know if you've seen it or not. Like, he lived in like the nicest treehouse I think that's ever existed. It was like the coolest fucking pad he lived in. And him and his friends got really into bank robbery because they went to the theater and kept watching Point Break. Have you guys seen this documentary?
No.
The police was calling him Hollywood because of the way he did, how well he did his makeup for his robberies, and how clever his robberies were.
Here you go. That's all it takes, man. I'm telling you. Okay. If I watch enough Point Break, I will identify as a bank robber. That's just how I'm going to identify. That's who I am. You know, now I've seen that enough time, I think I feel like a bank robber now. I was just born in a body of a person that follows the law. It just doesn't work that way. I'm actually a bank robber.
I'm going to identify as Anthony Kiedis with a really weird experimental haircut. He was in that movie.
See, I wanted to be a bank robber, but not during the day. I wanted to be a burglar.
I wanted to be Wow, that's bold. I wanted to be a hitman when I grew up.
So wait, I'm still confused. Was it only during the day that you wanted to be a burglar?
No.
And then at nighttime you wanted to be a bank robber? Or did you want to only be a burglar who burgles during the day?
Only burgle stuff.
A daytime burglar.
Or no, nighttime when nobody's there. I wanted to be like Hudson Hawk.
Gotcha.
Sing a song.
If you say you burgled something, I don't think you stole stuff from
28 seconds.
I feel like you slapped people with beef patties when you burgled them.
I'd have Walt there in my ear telling me this song's 2 minutes and 41 seconds long.
Here's how you dance through the lasers. I'm going to put on a little.
Go burgle someone.
Just make sure they consent. Consent is everything.
No, I'm going to
when it comes to burgling
bank,
somebody.
Laura. I'm not going to steal from people. I burgle the bank. Isn't it to rob?
Laura, you ever heard of FDIC?
I think you burgle people and you rob a bank.
Yeah, well, you can burgle a bank, right? Because a burglar is someone who steals without a weapon. They don't use a weapon. They don't have to do that. They go in and out without being seen at all.
Giggity.
Like you were robbed until the burglar's gone, sitting on a beach in Tahiti or whatever. For someone who's robbing you, they come up with a gun and stick it in your face and say, "Give me all your shit." I wanted to be a little bit more elegant about it.
I wanted to be elegant as a hitman. I really did want to be that when I was a kid. Pulp Fiction moved me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Big Kahuna Burger.
I want to be a
Hawaiian
big purple. I want to be a big purple taste bud. That's what I want to be. Have y'all heard this shit yet? That's what Grimace is at McDonald's. He's a taste bud.
Quit it. That's what Grimace is supposed to.
That's their retcon of Grimace. Yeah, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought the fucking DIE shit was bad. This is worse than that. He's a tonsil. You're a fucking idiot.
I just thought Grimace was Grimace.
Right.
That's what I thought. He's a Grimace. He's not a fucking taste bud. What are you talking about? Michelle told me that like yesterday or the day before. I'm like, what? She was just as flabbergasted as me. She's like, yeah, you're going to love this one. I'm like, what now? So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay there, Nuka?
You guys remember the Teletubbies?
The titty tubbies?
Like I said, childhoods are so weird. So much more weird.
Teletubbies was a fucking mind fuckery show. That was what that was. That was MK Ultra in its highest fucking. Oh, was that you? All right.
Yes.
Tinky Winky, or which one were you?
No, I wanted to be Dipsy because he had this flipping scooter thing.
Right? Fuck yeah. My son. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What's with your new time there, Nuka? You all right, man?
No, I'm good, guys. I'm just listening to you guys talk shit.
Yeah, he doesn't ride in his whammy. Is that a camera?
How's it in South Africa?
All good, Zack. All good, I suppose.
Getting
Same
hot?
shit every day. Yeah, it is. Very humid. Very humid now. Which sucks, because now that means all the mosquitoes are back as well.
Man, we had mosquitoes this year for the first time. Like, we've been here 5 years now.
Enjoy. And what a pleasure they are.
I need to diatomaceous
Wow, I just
earth
realized we didn't.
the yard again.
It's usually bad around here, too. You know what? Bees and wasps weren't bad this year either. Usually red wasps are really bad here.
Yeah, but mosquitoes are just on another level. I hate mosquitoes so much. I can't sleep when there's a mosquito. I have to get up and find it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand mosquitoes. I still haven't figured
And
out
I'm
the
a big
reason
dude,
why.
so I sweat a lot, and they love me.
It was the third plague.
They
Third
can probably
plague.
smell me from like 2 kilometers away or something. They love me.
Is that like 3 feet?
So are we living through, like, because there's still mosquitoes?
Well, so someone
Keep on
just
getting
pointed
this
out
weird
something else to me.
feeling that we're in hell. Like, this is hell. I mean, for hell, it's really not that bad, I guess, from what I've heard of hell. But I'm telling you guys, the more things like just kind of pop into existence in my brain, and I'll read something from Revelations or something like that. Like,
yes,
they said they were going to take a third of the light from the sky. Well, about sometimes it's like 8 hours a day. This nighttime. Is that what they were talking about? Like, was it always
Man, you
daylight
can't
at
tell
one
me
time?
we don't have front row seats to the end of the world right now, man. I can sense it with every fiber of my being. I'm not even kidding. But some guy just pointed out how you don't have to clean bugs off the front of your car anymore. And he's right. I can't
Where
remember the
do
last
you
time I had to
live?
do that.
Yeah, come back down here with me. Come to South Louisiana. You'll be cleaning plenty of bugs.
Yeah, but your graves are over water or over land or whatever you guys call it. That's a
Above
different
ground.
place.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, you can't bury shit.
You know,
down
that
there.
was my sense. You know how everyone calls Las Vegas Sin City? When we were on tour, New Orleans was mine.
I hear you. Yeah, New Orleans used to be a hell of a stop for tours. I remember many a tour after going to a show, getting down on Bourbon Street and running into an artist out on the prowl, cutting up at the after parties everywhere or whatever at different bars. I know a buddy that had a few shots with Lars Ulrich back in the day. I met Maynard walking around New Orleans after a Perfect Circle concert. So it used to be a go-to destination, both because of it being a big city. People always were filling up the fucking venues, and the surrounding cultural activities that were available to these artists, both, legit and not, savory and unsavory, whatever. For instance, that night, Maynard was having a special meal prepared at the Cajun cook, the BAM guy. Damn, what was his name? Legacy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He was at his restaurant. He was literally coming out of his restaurant when we ran into him and the bodyguard that night at like 3 a.m. So for him to be at that, walking out of that restaurant at 3 a.m, man, he was getting a special meal prepared by that dude. You know what I mean? So that kind of shit to me would be a great reason to go to New Orleans. Right. Dude, the last concert I was able to enjoy and see in New Orleans was probably when Queensryche was touring for their covers album, which was some years ago. Michelle bought me tickets. It was literally on Thanksgiving. It was literally on what's the name of that holiday with the fake hearts and all that? Valentine's Day. And Jeff Tate even made a joke about all the girlfriends there with their guys and how they're the best women ever. You should marry these ladies because they are at a freaking rock concert with you guys on Valentine's Day. So y'all need to go all get on your knee right now, So yeah, that was that many years ago that there was an enjoyable concert event that took place. Now, like for instance, Alter Bridge is coming next year. Right, it was always but this didn't just start with Katrina. I heard somebody offer that up as the reason is the Katrina effect. No, this was already happening before Katrina.
Yeah, well, it was the French Quarter in Bourbon Street. We almost ran over Dave Kreiner, the singer of Soul Asylum, in our van.
Right.
You would see random people. like all the time. Like not always cool people. I mean, it was soul asylum.
Right.
Like
You would
just
see
to
some people that you
illustrate
didn't
how
even care about
often you would.
right.
I ran into a Winona Ryder there. That was just a crazy city. I don't think I ever played a show on less than 10 respectively. No, that's not true. More like 2 or 3. But by the end of the night, I love that city. Oh my god,
they've stopped coming.
Had such a cool vibration to it.
I actually asked my AI that the other night when the tickets hit for Alter Bridge next year with their American tour for the new album coming out in January, and they're not coming to New Orleans again. And I even asked the AI, I was like, why don't big bands visit New Orleans any longer? And apparently it's a combination of lack of mid-sized venues, because not many artists can fill the huge venues these days.
And they don't have that middle range.
They don't. It's all either really big or small clubs. And also the availability of free music in New Orleans, they say hinders attendance. And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't believe that people walking around playing Zydeco is keeping folks from going in and see fucking Alter Bridge. You know, that don't make any sense. It sounds like some AI gathered
Morning,
bullshit.
baby. Hey, I got a Andrew style trivia question for you, Walt.
All right.
So, okay. What band? If you were in a metal band, and you're on tour and stopping in New Orleans, which metal band did always cross your mind first, and why?
Down.
Yep. Wow. Good job. Well, and why?
Because that's where fucking Phil Anselmo cocksucker. I'm sorry, Phil Anselmo is from there, and his other guy.
From Pantera.
And
he did his haunted house there.
Oh yeah,
But the why the why is because their first record was called NOLA.
NOLA, absolutely. Yep. There's a great documentary on YouTube right now, or it's there, I guess it is. I watched it when it first hit, but it was like about the New Orleans sludge metal scene, like Corrosion were there a lot, Goat Whore was there.
Yeah.
Acid Bath,
that
whole era.
We played with Acid Bath there. Yeah,
right.
Goat Whore was from there, I think. Yeah, Goat Whore's singer was hilarious. He was a nerdy dude. He was the kind of guy that would come up to your van and set off bottle rockets in your van and slam the door shut on you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and I jumped from our van into their van once going down the highway.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt
it. And by the way, I'm sure they forgot me because that was so long ago, but I remember one of the guys in that band going, wow, that was the quickest someone found a good use for bands having sliding doors on both sides I've ever seen. You found that shit quick, brother. That's why I did it, because before that, 18-passenger vans only had a door on one side, you know?
Right.
But both sides meant you could go side by side down the highway and jump from one to the other. And my guitarist almost pushed me onto the highway. He reached out to grab my arm, but instead of grabbing my arm, he kind of pushed me a little. I'm alive. Also did a backflip out of the speed rope.
So the way I think it works is a burgle requires you to enter a premises. You need to enter somewhere. I don't think a weapon is necessarily definitive of what makes a burglary a burglary. I think it sort of separates like a mugging type of theft versus a B&E type of theft. If you have to enter to a home or a building to steal, that's considered a burglary. That's how you burgle, is just to break into somewhere. I don't think it requires or having a weapon or not. I don't think is how they define it.
Do you guys know the whole thing with me and round words and Mark Sargent? Have I ever told you guys like round words would literally make me nauseous, like booby and jumbo and rotisserie and morsel and cocoa? That's why I said, "Oh God," when you brought burgle back up. I'm like, oh. You're the one that's weird. I heard that. I heard your soul say that I was weird just now, Josh. You got any room in that ambulance, Zack? he hurt my feelings without moving his mouth.
I'm trying to figure out. You said round words.
That's what he said.
Yeah, like bubbly sounding words, like booby and jumbo. And I was like, man, you got to change that one commercial when he was doing that commercial for Truth Snacks or something like that. Truth Smacks. And he was like, there's a little bit of truth in every morsel. And I was like, oh, like every week. And then he got rid of that because that really nice lady, I met her, but she went out of business. And then he started saying goodnight to Paige every night and said the word Coco. And I'm like, you asshole.
So, do you mean words with an O in it?
Kind of.
When you say a round word, you mean words whose letters have a roundness to them?
Sounding.
Because I'm still not sure how burgle would qualify as a round word.
I don't know how to describe it. It sounds like something you could say when you were gurgling water. Yeah, you know what? I don't know.
Words that contain a vowel. How's that? Any word that contains a vowel is a round word. Like booby and burgle.
Yeah. I think they're O's and U's. I mean, I suffer from it, but I didn't make it up. Actually, I probably made it up too. I think about it. I've never heard anyone else complain about it.
Wouldn't my name be a round word?
No.
No.
Your name's not Jobless.
My name's not what?
I said Josh with obble in it. I said, your name's not Jobless. Hey, I can't win them all.
That's true.
I can't even win some of them.
Yeah, I finally maneuvered my mouse around on my big belly enough. There you go, Nuka. My big sphere in effect. Enough to work it and drop the link for the New Orleans sludge music documentary for Justin in chat and for you in this chat, Rika. Anyone else is more than welcome to listen and watch it. It's if you're into those bands, it's amazingly done and really good. And they even talk to some of the guys you haven't talked to in years. But I knew Justin might be interested in watching it there in chat. So, man, our mouse hardly works on the table without something under it. Chillin' Bender, he's a CP caddy. Yeah, he's a CP caddy. Yeah, good boy.
Oh my God. I used to love you so much, BCB. That's just harsh.
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
You made me lose my appetite. I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, okay.
That's the nastiest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
Douche? The juice is loose?
Burgle my moist douche, you boob.
Strawberry Jolly Ranchers? Jolly Ranchers?
Well, I'm glad you slept good. My schedule's so off. I'm not being random. I'm sorry.
Who slept
good?
I'm
going to go take over their show and take over their chat, too.
Who slept good? You must be talking to somebody in your house.
Ray is supposed to be mailing me a little something to help me with my insomnia. My insomnia ends up rounding up once a week to land on 0 sleep. At least one night a week, I'll miss the whole night. Well, maybe every week and a half, it builds up to where I just miss the whole day. Like with you guys on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, though, a lot of times I could probably crash, but I'll look at the clock and it's like 2:45. I'm like, an hour and 15 minutes. This is going to piss me off.
If there's any young people out there listening, I know we probably get an older crowd. Go to work when you're supposed to. It makes life so much easier. I asked my boss last week. Worked with a really great team leader, the best team leader I've worked with yet. You know, the guy works hard, cared about safety and all that kind of shit, and just was a cool guy. So I told my boss, I was like, hey, man, best team lead I've worked with yet. I'll work with him anytime, anywhere. He asked the boss after the day we worked, hey, man, I really like that. I can get anytime I can get him. I'd appreciate it if you let me have him. I've been working with him since. If you show up to work and do what you're supposed to, you don't even have to be the go up. They let you do stuff like this. You can ask for a favor. They'll do it sometimes.
That's how Nissan was. Those
young
guys
people
were
out
amazing too.
Putting up is like the battle. Showing up on time. That's like 3/4 of the battle. That's it. Go to work. Your life will be easier. Period. You're going to have to do it anyway, right?
You're not having
Make it
whipped
easy.
cream for breakfast. You just have whipped cream for
my
breakfast. I heard it. No, actually, you know what? I'll back that up. You guys knew me for. I'll back up what Zach's saying. You guys knew me for my last 3 of 8 years at Nissan. My bosses were great. I wanted to be there on time. I hate when we got a week vacation. Like, I actually missed going. That versus all this SSDI stuff, I would go back in a heartbeat. But because of my my health situation, they can't pay me to be a manager. They promoted me without understanding they legally couldn't do that. So I would give anything to be back there. I would even give loot, like doing the job I was doing, for how much I was doing it for, to be back there. It is a lot easier. And you're not worried about money. There was a comma after that, but I couldn't think of anything else. You just feel better about yourself whenever you have a schedule and a purpose.
Yeah, it does feel good.
Oh,
dude, these.
Yeah.
I'm so. I finally found a job. It took forever. Like, there's people out there looking for work right now, and they're like, they get to see how many other people applied to some of these jobs they're applying to. And it's like over 500 on some of them. So you're going up against 500 other people for not some great, you're not trying to make the NBA or something like that, no. A regular old job, nothing super exciting. It's crazy in a lot of places. I mean, here, especially with all the people moving into this area right now, just exploding here. Texas, Florida. Yeah, hopefully.
Karen was talking about having a problem with that, or maybe she's got it fixed now, but Karen had a problem with that for a long time, I think.
Yeah, it's rough in some places. Especially being older. I've never had to look for a job after, 40 years old. That kind of threw a little.
Yeah. I'll bet. I've never had to ask for a job and say I can only legally work 16 hours before. That's kind of a deal breaker right there. I was like, you can pay me under this table, I'll work more. God, wouldn't that be sweet to work under the table? Should be a drug dealer. But like a really nice one. Like, hey guys, want to buy some crack? What's up?
No. Just get me back next time. It'll be fine. Here, just
right, no,
take it.
That's why it'd be a bad one. I'm such a pushover. I would just be like, sure, man, go for it. Actually, back in the day, I would have just done it all.
That's why I never did. Why I stayed away from trying to sell drugs to make money, because I didn't have the self-control to not use all my product myself.
I sold drugs to do drugs for free.
I know people like that. They call it their personal.
Yeah. I'd sell pot so I could smoke pot for free and not have to pay for it.
Yeah, I'd have to sell a drug I didn't care for, like something uppity, like crack or meth. I'd have to sell something I didn't care for. I would have been lost on like opiates or ecstasy or pills, lines of ants.
Dude, when I was selling acid, I gave away so much of that shit. I was making so much money. I had money in like every pair of pants pockets that I owned, just falling out. It wasn't really about the money.
Wow.
Ever.
Dude, one of the scariest one-night stands I ever had was with a girl that sold mushrooms. Oh my God, I'm not going to go into it, but it was freaking scary. Apparently, she gave me a hero dose too. But it's also where I saw Mr. Show for the first time.
Right. There you go.
Here's your laundry.
Working with this one young guy Friday. Oh, go ahead, Walter.
No, go right ahead.
I don't get these young people, man. The stuff they tell you. Like the guy that I've enjoyed working with, the team lead, he's about my age. I don't know anything about this guy, right? Nothing. I know that he's a man and he's about my age. We, told a couple stories here and there about our past. This young 21-year-old, 22-year-old comes to work with us Friday. He's telling us how he's bisexual and how this and that and how this and that and yada, yada, yada and blah, 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 blah. Dude, I just met you. I don't even know your name yet. And you're telling me all kinds of personal stuff that I really don't even want to know. I don't care what your sexual preference is. I really don't. I'm here to work.
Wow.
I don't know.
I do a version
I can't
of
remember
that.
people
I tell
like
people
that.
about my drug habits like the first day I meet them at work, but it's only because for a while I worked for a company called 180 Degrees Ministries, and they paid me really good to tell high school kids my story, the war stories and all that. So I was just really used to opening up about what I went through with opiates. So, but I have been a few years back at Nissan. Someone was like, "You do realize I've met you a few hours ago, and you just admitted to being a heroin addict, right?" Like, yeah. But sexuality—that's a weird one to bring up. Like, unless you're kidding, but was he hitting on you? Was there contact?
No, dude, that's the thing with this generation is living out loud, letting everything has to be posted on Facebook, on whatever feed they're on. So why not do that in real life?
Yeah, I guess so.
My
It's kind of like their
in-laws
byline.
drive me nuts with that shit. Like it's literally made someone that I used to do a show, much like what we do here, about thinking outside the box and not listening to the government byline and not watching the bullshit on TV and not eating the bullshit they pump into our systems. She was doing a show on Acadiana Open Channel with me about those topics. And now every time we get together with her, all we hear is about fucking Trump and fucking, why is everybody mad about Taylor Swift? And I was like, what has happened to you? Your brain has gotten so mushed up watching all that crap you watch, because she does watch a lot of TV, commercial TV with commercials on it and news. And I'm like, when did all this start? Why? And it's nothing but the fact that her kids are all on Facebook doing it because her husband is on Facebook with all his whining and oh, poor pity me. And it's like, dude, get some fucking balls and stop being a pussy on fucking Facebook. It's just ridiculous. So ridiculous that they all have to show every fucking aspect of their lives to the world. Yes, it is.
And every meal
All right,
they
like
eat,
Walt ran over.
well,
Yeah, every
well,
meal.
you can tell you can tell how diverse I am because I just had a plate of sushi.
Right.
If you would have seen my body language just now, you would have laughed at that.
Right, indeed. Indeed, Brian in chat. She's been rewashed. She definitely has, bro. It's really crazy. It really is.
How old? How old is she?
At my age, you know, she's the same. Like, she's like maybe 2 years younger than Michelle.
Talking about Taylor Swift getting married. I mean, I don't know what did she quit.
Yeah, literally. Oh, she never did. She never was into that. But she was always into doubting the fucking bullshit around her, and now she's wrapped up in it. And I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that she allowed the transgender thing to happen in her family. I get that that's part of why she has to overcompensate now, because she couldn't like make that, you know. But it's
when
still...
did we start letting the children run the household?
Exactly. It still should never have gotten to that fucking point, is the whole point. Right.
How old are you, Aiden? That's my answer. I'm sure my family was like, so I wonder what Uncle Rico is going to talk about this Thanksgiving, you know?
I'm sorry. I mean, I get it.
Dimensional reptiles.
You know, this dysphoria has been around forever. This gender dysphoria thing, it's been around forever. I feel bad for these people. But when there's grown adults telling people that, oh, my 1.5-year-old is a transgender. No, you are fucking mentally ill and you shouldn't have the right to raise that child anymore. I'm sorry.
Right.
You were going to fuck up that child's brain for their whole life.
Fuck yeah, you are. It looks like it. Charlize Theron, I think it's her. But one of them has like 3 kids that are trans or something. Some actress.
Since he could talk, he's been telling me he's a boy. No, you've been telling her she's a boy.
Yep.
1.5-year-olds don't know what a boy and a girl are. They don't know that they even have a penis.
Or what sexuality is.
Yeah, no clue.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know till last year.
And then people go along with this stuff. Oh, that's so sweet and so nice. Oh, bless his heart. No, that's a 1.5-year-old. Not bless his heart. It's let's save that little girl from this fucking lunatic. That's what you should be saying.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people affirming
there's nothing
all
wrong
this
with Drag
bullshit.
Queen Story Hour. No shit. Well, that's why they shouldn't be having Drag Queen Story Hour, because it leads to questions that they don't need the answers to yet. It's like having sex education whenever you're like, in preschool.
I mean, I get young people, going through puberty, being freaked out and not knowing what's going on. Yeah, everybody has to do that. But we're talking about little children, not even kindergartners yet. And their parents are telling them that they're in the wrong body, this and that, yada, yada. Ugh, no. It's time to open up some of these asylums again. I'm sorry. They were there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, they used to call that gender dysphoria, used to be considered a mental health issue, and I don't want to offend anybody, but kind of is. I'm not saying they're wrong for it, but because I'm in a mental case too, but it used to be considered like something. I think even homosexuality, I think you could go to an asylum for back in the day. Don't quote me on that, but it seems like I heard something like that.
The asylums did for sure get out of hand, right? Putting people in there because they're disagreeing with their parents about the government and shit like that. No. But there are people out there, especially with the way the pharmaceutical companies have taken over and everybody's on all these SSRI bullshits. where it says one of the tendencies is you might have suicidal thoughts. Let's see.
Or
Should we
shoot
be
up a
giving that to people? Yeah. And then want to blame the gun, the inanimate object that's been laying under my desk for months and hasn't shot anybody. I've never owned a gun that's pointed at someone and pulled the trigger itself.
Right.
And I've had guns for quite a while now.
Hey, Zach, I can tell you from experience that Lexapro would awkwardly make me think about suicide. I don't mean it would get me depressed and I would think about it. I mean, I would just, the thought of it would just randomly pop in my head. It was the weirdest thing. That's why I played that fake commercial I made for Big Pharma last night in the show. Because I went through it. It was weird.
Yeah, I want to know what the SSRIs are actually doing and what they're actually designed to do. Because you know they're not designed to help people. Are they designed to open up people to maybe hear the voices a little more?
Influence? Probably the same thing else.
The voices are a little more prevalent, have a little bit easier time latching onto you, getting your attention. I don't know.
Could be.
I took them a little while for fun, but that didn't last very long. I didn't like the way they made me feel. No, this whole country needs a pharmaceutical enema. People need to go to prison or be executed for beyond treason. This isn't going against your government. This is going against humanity.
Yes, I was about to say humanity. You know, there's only 2 countries in the world that it's legal to play Big Pharma commercials, right? Like the ones that, like those type.
One of them. What's the other one? Liberia?
I think it's the UK, but I'm not 100% in that. I mean, that's a conflict of interest. When they're selling you a drug and giving you broad symptoms, that if you're already a hypochondriac and you hear that list of broad symptoms, and everybody in the world has a few of those once in a while in their life, that's a bad combination.
If the sun rises to your east, if the sun rises to the east of you, you may be able, this might help you. If you breathe in and then breathe out, you could be eligible to take our drugs. Yeah.
Go to this site. We'll get it to you for free. You won't even have to pay for it.
At least the first batch.
We'll
get you hooked.
And we'll even give your doctor a kickback. You like him.
And you can't stop taking them, or else you're going to try to kill yourself. We have to wean you off of them very slowly. Might take years.
Yeah, I came off
a few thousand
like that. It made me. And I heard Lexapro is not even one of the worst ones of them. The one I was on for a little while, like maybe 2 months. I heard that's not even as harsh as some of that.
Yeah, not having any symptoms is one of the symptoms. Exactly, Ian.
Whoa.
I hear frogs, crickets. No cicadas right now. They haven't been out the last couple days. Do you guys get cicadas by you just about every year?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Which ones?
Whoever.
Not like the once in every 17-year kind of infestations, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were loud this year. It didn't last as long as the 1 years, but they're still out there all the time.
Probably the scariest bug that can't hurt you I could think of. They make me jump so hard when one lands on me and yell.
The first time Bob heard the cicadas, it was as soon as he got out of the vehicle in South Carolina at the bed and breakfast. They were like roaring right then. He got out and he's looking around like, what the fuck is that? Like, are we under attack by something?
That's wild. That's wild.
You should have, Zach, you should have asked him to help you fix your lawnmower real quick.
Yeah, Denver, the elevation's so high up there, they don't get the bugs like, down in the lowlands. There's not enough oxygen up there, so it really cuts off the bug population a lot going to high elevation. So when he came down here and heard those cicadas for the first time in his life, dude, he was like, what is going on? I mean, he's been around, he's been to Hawaii, he's been all over, but he had never been while cicadas were just going crazy.
Did you get to the lawnmower joke, by the way? Like how cicadas are attracted to lawnmowers and weed eaters. Cicadas, they'll flock towards like a running engine or like a lawnmower. At least the ones around here do. No wonder where that joke is so hard. Yeah, if you fire up with like a push mower when the cicadas are here, you'll get like swarmed hard.
David Banner, check out that video that you didn't watch. You'll probably find it pretty interesting. It's got nothing to do with actual cicada bugs. It's all about the CIA puzzle and problem solving.
Oh, I know exactly what video you're talking about. That's really interesting. What's interesting is there's smart enough people that figured that shit out. I forgot all about that. This is way too long to explain here and now. But you remember Max Headroom?
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever heard the conspiracy about how he came about? If not, look that shit up. Just like go to Instagram or TikTok and look up conspiracy behind Max Headroom. It's crazy.
Do you remember the guy who
went noodle a little? It has to do with this
hacked like the mainstream television and played his own version of Max Headroom?
Actually, that has something to do with this.
That was Max Headroom. That's where Max Headroom came from. He just appeared. Somebody pirated the television broadcast and put Max Headroom out there. And it just sort of became that underground pop culture thing.
Not exactly. The mask was derived from the show that he wore. The show came out in
not knowing you guys aren't going to know more about it than me.
86 or 87 or something like that. But the TV attack came in let's find out. The signal hijacking happened and come on thing, stop. Bender, he's the one making this hard. That happened in, come on Bender. You got to stop.
Everybody's favorite robot.
Anyway, there were two, apparently. I didn't know that. I thought there was only the one.
Me too.
WGN, that's in Chicago, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, 87.
Come on, Bender, dude. What are you doing? How are you doing what you're doing? You're not even laying on anything. How's he scrolling my freaking computer? Has he got something locked? I bet he's got something locked up. You know what I'm saying? He's got like the scroll locked or something. I can't keep a page from scrolling, and I can't keep nothing still long enough to read it. I don't know what he's done.
85 was the first TV show appearance, and the hijack came in 87.
In 87. Yeah, there you go. I just finally scrolled back up to the top and read it. Thank you, Josh. But I did see a thing 100 years ago, something about the whole like conspiracy part of it all too. Like, it's just been too long ago. Bender, what have you done? I'll figure this out. Yeah, I don't know what he's done. I may have to restart my damn computer.
I can't decide what's worse. You blaming everything on Bender or me making up that I have an assistant that can't tell what podcast I'm on?
Well, here, I can show you Bender, so.
There is no assistant in front of me named Landon. In fact, there's no one else in the room whenever I do my show.
This day, he laid on this area and did something. And now he's licking. Licky, licky.
Is he named after Futurama or not?
No. I call this, when he was a kid, and I used to say, come here with your furry butt. Your furry middle butt. But nobody was getting it but me. No, it was all about, the 80s movie. What was it? Breakfast Club for Michelle. That's where she came up with the name. So when she was like, what are we going to call the female? I'm like, well, Claire. What else will we call her?
Right.
So she's Claire.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Hey, check this out. My older brother, rest in peace, his real name was Anthony, but the whole world knew him as Bo, like B-O. Okay. It's because whenever I was a baby, I couldn't pronounce brother. So it sounded more like I was saying Bo instead of brother. So, true story. Not an interesting one. Sorry.
What's the matter, buddy?
What up, MFT?
You just heard my shitty story.
He's having a rough morning. Daddy gave him a flea med last night, so I'm sure they're dying off. When they start doing that, he gets freaky and starts itching and licking and trying to make it stop. But there's nothing else to do. I have to control him here.
Like one of those collar things?
No, drops on their back, on their neck, whatever. Oh no, actually, I'd done that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm lying. I did the pill last night because he was so just miserable with it, and it's like 2 or 3 days before the actual time, maybe 4 or 5 days before the monthly flea drops. So I went ahead and gave him I can't remember what it's called, cap something. It's a little tiny pill, and you give it to them, and within literal minutes, they start flipping off. And you can he'll sit here and I'll watch the fleas come to the surface of his fur and fall off. It's the most insane shit I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like abandoned ship, right? Like, leave, run. It's crazy. But it does it in stages. Like the more adult fleas are the first ones to go, and then the next generation dies off after that, and then the new generation. And it does that for about maybe 2 days, 3 days, and then it kind of wears off. It's like the best one to get rid of them, but it's not a long-acting one like the drops that last a month. But he was suffering yesterday. He was just, I was combing him off his face every day the last week, just trying to stay ahead. Because I hate giving them poison in the first place. I've tried all the natural methodology to control the fleas. With one cat, yeah, I'm sure dirt would work, or apple cider vinegar probably works. All those natural things probably work great if you have one cat. But when you have 8 running around, well, actually 12 now running around, it loses its effectiveness. You just pretty much have to go with the scorched earth policy of the poisons, which I hate to give them, but I'm definitely not going to give it to them more often than recommended. So I always wait till the actual day, and sometimes I'll even wait a week after the day that I'm supposed to give it for monthly, just to not have that poison in their system for so long. And the problem also is, given a certain type of medicine to them for fleas over time, the fleas in your area literally will adapt to it and become immune to it and stop being as effective. So now it's like 2.5 or 3 weeks after I've given him the medicine, I start seeing the fleas on his face and start, pulling them off and doing that whole thing. But because he's got the white fur around his face, that's easy to do. The rest of them, most of them either have dark fur or black fur around their face. So it's usually not, he's usually the first one I can see him on and kind of start reacting to. And then he starts itching. And that's when I go for the 3-day pill. Yes, Capstar
Hey, Walt,
is what it's called.
Well, I know that whenever I have insomnia, my questions get more and more random, but why don't humans get fleas? Just curious.
You can definitely
lack
become
of fur?
infested. You can become infested with fleas.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they do. It's just rare. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a flea.
Really? How have you been that lucky? How many animals y'all got?
3 cats and a dog.
Now, when I say humans can be flea ridden, it's more of the environment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I guess they could probably carry them around in their hair. But I just mean, like, you can have fleas in a home without having one animal in it, and it's the people who carry them in. Usually by dealing with an animal someone else has and getting the flea on their body or on their hair or on their clothing, and it gets carried in, and this life cycle begins. But
I guess I just
let me
haven't
make sure I'm
noticed.
not lying. I
remember
want
us
to make
having-
sure I'm not lying.
I remember Amory buying flea medication, these little clear tubes. So I guess one of them has had them, but I never saw one. And they sleep on me too. So
AI says yes, humans can be infested with fleas, and while they do occasionally jump onto humans and bite them, causing irritation, and can nest in their body hair, it is rare because of the lack of complete hair cover. That's where they do most of their feeding and breeding, is in the cover of the fur. So, but
I gotcha.
they
that's kinda
definitely
right.
can accumulate in the carpet, the furniture, the curtains, like your house can be flea ridden, and you won't have a cat. So, especially in an older home that doesn't have good insulation or easy access from underneath.
I just picture a bunch of cats running around with like really short, half-naked bass players all over them. That was so stupid. I swear I was stupid.
That was bad. That was bad.
The image was hilarious though.
Oh wow! I didn't realize we were leaving. I'm looking for a story I had put in here. I guess there's no point digging for it.
Shit. Yeah, that happened quick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it really did. No, it's 58, about to be 59. I had no clue. Thank
Oh
you
my
guys
God!
for helping. Yeah, I know it did fly by. Like, y'all are awesome. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you, Nuka. I know you had to go. Cthulhu Duma. I know that. And,
Please let that catch on. If that catches
I'm
on,
gonna try
my life
hard,
is
dude.
complete.
I'm gonna try so hard.
Much love, guys.
Love you, brother. Thank you so
My
much.
life will be complete, almost as complete as Walt's.
I'm working on it.
We do thank you guys for coming to hang out. It is the best way to start off my week. If what I have to do is start off my week, this is how I prefer to do it. So thank you all. We will see you back here on Wednesday morning for more of the Ironworks each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, kicking off at 4 a.m. Central Time. Until then, I suppose, be good, be well, do good, do it well. We love ya. Bye-bye.
311 called. They wanted to snare back.